rats and shop rats. Welcome back to Rule Hard Garage. Today we're going to set up a new deck that I got, and I'm going to tell you why here in a second. But while I'm doing that, I found this a very good opportunity to review a skate tool. So I had some skate tools when I was younger. I've not had one since I started skating again, and now I'm a dad. And as some of you guys know, dads, they have different needs than what most people do. They like to keep things in their pockets like pins, flashlights, Atlas skate tool. This is what it looks like. I kind of set it up this way because I feel like this is going to make it the most convenient. I've got a carabiner here. This carabiner got two key rings on it. One of the key rings came with it, the other one I had to add in. I could separate it and use it on two separate pieces like it's intended to be used. My goal with this skate tool is I really want something that, you know, say you're out somewhere and you buy a new deck, you don't have any tools with you, that you can set up a new deck with this tool. So I'm actually going to be taking apart this other deck that I had here completely with this skate tool and putting my new setup together with it. While I'm doing that, I'm going to kind of explain why I'm getting away from this setup and go into this new setup, explain a little bit about the company that I went with on this new deck because I'm pretty stoked about that. But I've not really done a review on this channel, so hopefully I don't screw this review up. Without any further ado, I'm gonna get started, and I'm gonna start by jumping into the setup of what I've got, why I've got it, and what I'm coming off of, and why I'm switching. Alright, so this is the old deck. There's a few different reasons why I don't want to skate this deck. This is a pretty cool graphic on this deck. Apparently Evan Smith doesn't skate for Element anymore. I'm not into the skate scene like I used to be, so I did not know that, but I'm gonna go ahead and make this a wall hanger. I really liked skating this deck, but the main reason I'm getting rid of this is because these trucks are 7 5/8 trucks, and this is an 8.25 deck. I know some of you guys out there don't really care about the way that your truck's width and your deck width line up. And honestly, when I was young and I was a kid, everybody was skating skinny trucks, skinny decks. So it was really uncommon for you to even end up with this type of setup. So I never even really got into the nerdiness of skateboard setups. Also, I've got these, I think these are Bones wheels, but this is just a standard sort of classic wheel, not a conical wheel or anything. And I really don't like that. I don't know why, but these mini logo wheels, I had a lot more grip. I do like the power slide a lot, but these just seem way too slick to me. They also seem to just ride way rougher. There's a lot of rough streets around here. These are actually a little bit harder. These are 101As and these are 100s. But these seem to work better. I've got blue bearings in here that I picked up from the skate shop. Not the most expensive bearings in the world, but honestly, these actually perform better than the Lucky ABEX 7s that I put in that other skateboard. So I'm happy with these bearings, completely happy. So I'm going to go ahead and throw these back in the mini logo wheels when I set it up. I really liked these Thunder trucks. It's unfortunate that they're not wide enough and they don't really fit on this deck. The nice thing is, skating this deck, which is an 8.25, made me realize that I do like wider decks. So I started looking into a deck that was wider. I came across the deck that I have, which I'm going to get into next, and decided to go a little bit wider than the 8.25s. If you don't know about the Thunder lights, they've got the hollow kingpin in them, and they got a forged base plate, and I was sort of worried because it does have a lower, thinner base plate. So I think it's going to work out okay. I was afraid I was going to have to run risers on this new skateboard because it's got a longer wheelbase, but I think it's going to work out okay, and they're cool as hell. These are the crossfade purples. They crossfade, obviously, from blue to purple. Just a really cool looking truck, super light. I think they're going to ride good, and hopefully they turn me into a pro skater. Probably not. Alright, so as far as the skate deck, I decided to go with this brand called Yusta Storytellers Club. It's a super cool brand. I ran across these dudes on Facebook on the Skate Dads group on Facebook. Awesome group of guys. You should really go check it out if you're older and you're into skating. By older, I'm talking like 30 plus or something like that. You know, if you've got a kid and you're still skating, it's a cool group of dudes, and you should check it out. But that's why I ran across these guys. They have a super awesome brand, a bunch of different options for skate decks. They even got some old school skate decks, lots of cool t-shirts and stuff. Go check them out. Use the Storytellers Club. I couldn't be more stoked about it. This is the Script Verde deck. It's a little bit wider than what I would typically skate, and it's a little bit longer, but I am all about experimenting and trying stuff out. So I'm going to nerd out a little bit on you real quick about these decks and why I chose this deck. The very first deck that I had set up this year had Royal trucks on it, which give you a shorter wheelbase right off the bat. Plus, it was a 13 3/4 wheelbase deck, which is super short. I really couldn't get it to pop, or I couldn't get it to suck up to my feet on any tricks. The Element deck was given to me, and again, I didn't choose it, I just wrote it. The trucks are a little bit too narrow, I didn't like that either. I liked the 8.25, a little bit wider deck, and it's actually a 14 1/8 wheelbase. So the wider wheelbase seemed to really help, especially the Thunder trucks, which give you a little bit longer wheelbase. So the longer wheelbase felt like I had better control, felt like I had lots of pop, like it was sucking up to my feet. Really, really, really liked that. This deck, I decided to just exaggerate those numbers just a little bit. I know that most people say that you only want the longer wheelbase if you're taller, and I'm not tall by any means. I'm only like 5'7", 5'8", something like that. But this is a 14.5 wheelbase, and it's 8.5 inches wide. Definitely longer and wider than what I was riding before, but I feel like the lighter trucks, the longer wheelbase, if I liked it on the other deck, that I may like it even more. And if not, then I'll change things up next time and try it out. It's all about figuring out what works for you, experimenting, trying things out. And you know, the cool thing is, having the knowledge and stuff that I have now that I'm older, I'm able to actually measure and record these things and actually see what I liked best, where I feel the most comfortable, so I can continue to replicate this. So real quick, I'm going to measure the actual depth of the concave on this deck, also the tail height and the nose height, to kind of get an idea of how it compares to the other deck that I was skating. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually get into the review of this skate tool real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and stop right there, trying to take this deck apart with this. This little axle nut tool works super good. What I am finding is two things. First off, the little razor there, that's actually for cutting the grip tape, I just feel natural putting my finger there. That doesn't seem like a very good idea. Kind of a weird ergonomic thing going on there. Very hard to get leverage on this and actually get this on to turn the bolts without it just spinning on this part of the tool. Like, I can't get enough leverage. Dads don't have time, okay? I don't have time to sit here and dick around with this tool trying to take this deck apart, so I'm going to zip this thing apart real fast the smart way, and then we'll get back to setting the other deck up. I've kind of reached a verdict on this tool as far as, is this a great skate tool? Is this something that's worth buying? I definitely wouldn't use this as something to put a skateboard together often. If you were in a jam, it would definitely work, but there's just not enough leverage on the tools and they don't fit well enough that it would be something that you'd be able to quickly take something apart and put it back together. Now, I think a good application for this is something to stick in your pocket, to clip to your bag if you have a bag, or to always leave in your car in case you forget your other one. If you need to tune your deck up, if you just need to tighten, loosen your wheels, adjust your trucks, maybe tighten up one of your pieces of hardware, this will definitely do that, and it'll definitely work for that. But as far as completely assembling and disassembling a skateboard, this is not the tool that you want. I don't know if that's what it was intended for. Like I said, there's not really a lot of information about how to use it or what the intent of the tool is. The grip tape tool did actually work pretty well. I was surprised by that once I got the hang of it. It sliced the grip tip pretty good, which a lot of tools don't have the razor tool for the grip tape. So that was pretty cool, and that is a convenience. So even if you use this as like a, you know, you had your regular skate tool and you also had this and you use this just for the grip tape, I could see how that could be beneficial. So maybe this is good to supplement your existing tool. But this is not the answer to my problem, so I'm actually going to end up having to buy something else. Do not regret buying it because, like I said, I do think that it's going to work out very well for tuning up, adjusting the trucks. Like right now I'm going to go skate this deck for the first time. Of course, you're going to have to make some adjustments to your trucks. I'll be able to have this in my pocket without it really being clunky or inconveniencing me, and just kind of adjust and go from there. So would I buy it again? Absolutely. Is it serving the purpose that I thought it was going to serve? No. That's all I got for this review, guys. Like I said, this is the first review I've done. It probably is going to suck, but I just wanted to jump into it with 2 feet and see what happened. That's all we have. Until next time, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please slam the like button. Comment down below if you want to see more of these videos. Do not forget to subscribe. Also hit the bell. And until next time, peace!